Alright, so it's the first video I've made like this in a while. I'm doing a first look at the new game called Hand of Fate 2. I was a huge fan of the original. It came out a few years ago. It's a sort of roguelike action RPG dungeon crawling-ish game. I was provided the key by the developers for review purposes, but I won't let that change whatever opinion I might have of the game, since I considered buying it myself anyways. It just didn't actually get to do it in time. So I have no idea like what we're gonna enter into, but yeah. So the first thing you see is new game and endless mode. From the first one, like, there was a sort of adventure mode where you had to like go and eventually fight a last boss, and then you like unlock a new adventure, and then you had like endless mode where it had all the cards. And it seems that endless mode is not in the game right now. It just launched today and is on PlayStation and Xbox and PC. I'm going to be playing with a controller, a DualShock 4, just because I have a strong preference for controller in games like this. And yeah, let's give it a spin. Apparently there's customization in this game, but again, I haven't read too much about them.
Your memories are fading even now, gone to form the soul of the game we play. These pieces are new, as are the stakes. Life, death, and vengeance. We must ride, for time is short, and you have much to learn. Make your first choice, and let us set these wheels in motion once more.
So that's male or female characters, I guess. Let's go female. Since we're playing nothing but a dude in the first one.
These cards represent your history and our game. We know where they end, for you are here. Therefore, these cards must guide you to my side. Let us see what the journey holds. The fool steps into nothingness, because they know no better. In the same way, you must step into the void. You are a blank slate, and together we will write your history.
Ooh, coins. Stumbled many miles through this forest in search of the thieves who robbed you. Though exhausted and hungry, you are determined to reclaim your father's amulet. Okay, so I guess it's a first look on combat. Creed and the leader. Finally catch out of the thieves hacking a large tree and arguing among themselves. Move closer and eavesdrop, keep your distance. Move closer.
Every element of the game has been improved, even those that seem at first glance familiar. Do not worry, you will soon understand the nuances.
Creeping forward, you overhear the leader spouting orders. It's simple, he says. The idiots walk down the road, you push over the tree and jump out. They'll be too scared to put up a fight, and we'll get rich. Why don't we just jump out and stab him, one retorts. Another hooded figure chimes in. Yeah, corpses don't put up a fight either. Sorry about that. Frustration rises in the leader's voice. The Empire doesn't care if a few farmers lose some sprouts, but drop a corpse on the royal road and the place will be filled with soldiers. Before you've even spent the coin, we don't need that trouble. Now quiet, here they come. You soon spot a group of farmers coming around the corner, bringing their wares to market. It's a lot heavier, like story-wise, right now it seems. Before it's just like you got one card saying like pick a choice and then that was it. The thieves fell the tree into the path of unsuspecting farmers and leap out, weapons brandished. Give us all your food. Lead to the farmers' defense. Offer to help the farmers, warning them it won't come for free. Help the thieves with their extortion. Let's leap to farmers' defense to get a bit of combat going. You lads handle this. I'll meet you when you're done. They said on the forums they're like gonna consider not having as bright a light for the game when you like transition to combat. Violence for the sake of violence and theft for the sake of money. These attacks frequently can evade evade standard attacks, making heavy attacks less effective. Alright. Finisher, weapon ability. Attack, defend, bash, evade. And I have a small sword saying 0 out of 9 in the top. The combat itself is very Batman-like, or in more modern games, Shadow War. It's a 6 out of 9, 7, 8. Oh, it's when you can use your weapon ability. Alright. Here comes the choice of like where's plot. Something like that, maybe. Success. Farmers family that have us X. Gratitude, thank you, adventurer. I'm sure that after they took our food, they would have taken our lives as well. Oh, and that's the food mechanic. You use food every time you like move a step, so you can either like run out of health or you can run out of food. Only remember for you fall down a lot. Alright. The leader must still have it. You set to your feet, determined to find him. While enjoying a moment beside the fire, you spy a strange figure approaching your camp. It's a goblin, dressed in what must pass for goblin finery. From beneath a filthy fox pelt serving as an ill-fitting wig, the goblin winks at you with wild red eyes. Aha! I've been roaming for hours trying to find you. Let's get this over with quickly, if I have any hope of getting to all the people on my list before sunrise. It lowers the sack from its shoulders. Now from within my sack I can conjure whatever your heart desire. The goblin's voice trails off as he examines his sack. Well, I could, if there wasn't a blooming great big hole in it. His head disappears entirely into the bag, and his bulbous nose protrudes from the breach. New plan then, the goblin pulls out his last trinkets. That's a nice way of doing it. So you can like get, in the first one you can get like different effects from different weapons. But you didn't have like a shield, for example, to start with, so you need to find that before you could block. See, soldier's sword, critical strike, perform a powerful single-handed strike that causes 250% damage single target. Against Northerners, riposte deals 125 damage. Can riposte between combo attacks. Oh, that's part of being one-handed. Okay. Northerners, all right. Warrior's Axe. Powerful strike, 250 damage. That only takes 6 hits to achieve though. Armor breaker against corrupted enemies. Bash causes additional damage to armor. Bash deals additional damage to armor and enemies while they block. Susceptible to evade, cannot riposte. So it's a heavy weapon instead of a one-hand weapon. And shield used to range attackers. I'm not sure, do I have a shield already? Like, I think I had one, right? Neglected sword. Oh, then you can see what the other ones have. Alright. It's rusty, so it couldn't be sold, right? Wise choice. Now I must go. There are many others I must visit before I can rest. The goblin runs off into the night, his fox whip flapping in the evening breeze. We can change equipment. That is also where there's no blood, English, subtitles. Let's put subtitles on. Attack indicator colors. Blue and yellow, red and green. I guess that's for colorblind. There's a Twitch, which I can set up in a second. Controller vibration, audio, display, stereo, quality. There's lots of options actually. The field high. Let's put that on. Let's set up the Twitch thingy if anybody decides to stop by and try it out. Give me a small second and then I'll set it up. Apparently it makes it so you can it makes it so you can what's it called? Vote. Connect, chance voting, gift voting. You can vote on which card to use in a specific instance. And there. Connect. So chance voting and gift voting. Alright. Onwards with the game.
This card has
and now there's a Twitch bar at the top.
Can you find it?
Oh, that's the token thing, so... Oh, alright. So, in the first... I'm speaking from, like, what I know from the first game. In the first game, to, like, unlock new cards, you needed to get these tokens, which you get from getting a specific roles on specific events. Your journey through a forest is interrupted by an inquisitive child. Are you searching for the forest folk? My uncle says that they used to walk these woods, giving out gifts. Want to find one and ask for a lemon cake. Alright. As you dash off to peer under a nearby log, the child shouts back, "Remember, if you meet the forest folk, get me a lemon cake." In the other direction, an eerie song hangs in the air. You attempt to find its origin. Ah, alright, and then it does that. Let's turn it off to not spam chat while at the moment. You follow the song through thicket and stream until you find an open glade, bathed in golden sunlight. You find an aged maiden who posture bent like a boughs of the forest. It has been 12 winters since I had a visitor. Her voice is a whisper, yet it thunders in your ears. You may visit me when you are in need, adventurer.
This is yours now.
Oh, nice.
Even if you lose the challenge, you have earned this token.
Nice. The Royal Road. Trail of fallen trees and distraught farmers lead you to the thieves who stole your amulet. It seems their infighting has only gotten worse. The bandits around their former leader, weapons drawn. Alright. Everyone will get their fair share. There's no need for violence, the leader implores. Who ever heard of a thief talks about fair share, spits one. You turn up and boss us around. We barely stabbed anyone. It's been days since I've stabbed someone. Days! Stabby stabby. The leader knows you approaching and waves you over. As much as I'd love to continue this discussion regarding stabbing, I'm afraid I have urgent business with my associate here. As he greets you, he whispers, "Keep me alive and there'll be plenty of gold for your trouble." Tell him gold cannot replace the amulet he stole. He holds up a finger. First rule of negotiation. Never let them know what you want. Kill my associates and I'll gladly return your amulet. Heavily reliable, the thieves draw their blades to mock you. The leader hurries away to hide. Give us your stuff, we'll stab you up. Fight. Draw your weapon and prepare to deal with the miscreants. And it was a tip saying a riposta was an attack right after the defense. That is so bright. I'm kind of happy that talking about adding a dark version of it. Oh, that looks neat. And there's the... Ooh, there's the weapon attack. Weapon speciality, whatever you want to call it. Did it ever change my weapon? I don't think so. Oh, that's the bash, the kick. Which is for shield break, I guess? It's certainly a very good looking game. And that's even on the settings I'm currently playing at. With the battle resolved, the thieves' leader nods in approval at the corners before him. He holds out a hand. The name's Malaklips? Bard extraordinaire. His smile fades in your withering glare. Sensing your anger, he raises his hand in surrender. Wait, let's not be hasty. We're on the same side here. I'm an upstanding citizen, just like you. I've been working with the thieves, yes, but only for the greater good. No, really, they were killing people before I came along. I know it seems bad, but look. He pulls out an amulet from his pocket and presses it into your hands. All is forgiven, yes? You stare at the amulet. It does not look familiar. Oh. What? Malaklips says, scratching his head. He opens a small satchel. So which one is yours? Oh, so you can choose an amulet. Alright. The lion, the pharaoh. Do they do different things? I guess not, it's just a flare. Let's pick the lion then. The lion amulet that suits you, very familiar, similar facial structure. So you know what, I'm lonely, you're lonely, we should work together. You have befriended Malaklips the trickster. Okay. We should probably get to know one another, seeing as we're going to be friends for life. Malaklips says, tell me, where are you from? And this is another part of the customization. You can choose origin, which I guess is skin color. What is the... The shading seems pretty, like, I know his hair, but like, it seems pretty weird color-wise, the side of the head. Let's go with that. Oh, you can actually pick hair. Normally they like try to avoid doing it, because it can like, it can mess up like, clipping. Oh, nice. You can see the amulet there. Alright. That's pretty sweet. Something seems weird about her eyes. And then there's a crest. Outfit color. Alright. I kind of like this sort of normal color scheme. From the Eastern Belt, eh? You don't say. Good souls from the Eastern Belt. Very trusting. Oh, by the way, I mean, we, friend, owe money to Vignes of the Thieves Guild. He's quite angry at us. We should journey to Maya Bridge together to appease him. Some gold might help. Although, come to think of it, I'm rather busy. Malaklips' eyes a pretty trader hiking up to the road. So, I'd be best if you get the gold and I meet you there. So it seems to be a lot more story-based this time around. Like a sort of cohesive story. Get the gold from Vignes.
Let us learn what sort you are. Strong? Clever? Wise? The circumstances under which you come here put the lie to that.
Enter a competition of strength at a fair, gold prize available to the winner. In the first round of competition, your opponent is a diminutive Roland, a halfling from a traveling troupe of acrobats. Ooh, there's dice games now.
These dice are another small game embedded in our game.
So I have a target of 10 and there's my score. Oh, and you actually move it. That's kind of nice. Right, hold on.
Victory. You are learning.
Roland is no match for your strength. He gives a disappointing backflip off the table. How do you do a disappointed backflip? That's still pretty impressive. Collects his meager winnings, then cartwheels out the door. You've taken your reward from the purse on the way out to the tavern. When you return, you'll complete the next round for a larger prize. That's another sort of thing with it that, along with the tokens and stuff, it's a sort of connected quest line. So you complete one card and win that, then you like do the next card in the line for that card, kinda. So if I lost this one, most likely I would be able to retry this card again at some point. But since I won it, there's going to be a new card with like a harder difficulty. Let's go up here.
Water is a symbol for the many thoughts that churn beneath the surface. What is it you're thinking of? What concern is worrying at your mind? Let it fall into the waters beneath.
While crossing a stone bridge, you suddenly find yourself confronted by a villainous band. You could stand and fight the fiends, or throw yourself to the mercy of the river below. Let's fight them. They are blight people. Or blight enemies. Oh, that's kind of vile. Inflict that the first touches of corruption bring forth the darkest element of the victims. Infected enemies are feeble, causing them to be knocked down when health is low. Use a finisher before they recover. I wonder how you do finisher. The combat's pretty smooth, like the... It's such a cool concept for a game, though. Having spilled your enemy's blood, you search the bodies for anything useful. Max health, nice.
Celebrations in aid of what? You see how quickly the actions of the usurper are turned into tales for children.
Nearing the sleepy hamlet of Dulwich, you find the village is in the midst of some kind of celebration. Much of the activity concerns a large paper and wood statue depicting a fearsome warrior looming triumphantly over a prone lizardman. Ask local what is going on. A friendly stable hand explains, it's a bygone age. Our time was beset by half men, half lizards. There was no food, no respite, and very little hope. Salvation came in the form of a nameless warrior who haunted the beast for little more than a handful of coins and a crust of bread. He smiles warmly at the festivities. We honor the warrior like this. The statue is filled with food and gold, and we take turns smashing it to bits with a club. You're welcome to join us, and you may keep whatever falls out. I think that's a reference to like one of the events from the first game. Like you had to save a village from lizardmen, and you got like 2 food or something and like 5 gold coins. That's actually a really nice way of tying it together. Creds for that. Follow the parade. The parade ends in the town square. Watch as the villagers take turns smashing the statue with a club. Carrying the food and gold spills out. A local notices your interest and asks if you would like a turn. Watch a local go first. You allow a young girl to go ahead of you in the queue, an act of courtesy that grants you the opportunity to see how this works. The crowd cheers enthusiastically as the child smacks the lizard man ankle with a club and gathers a few coin and a wrapped street bread that falls out. It's soon your turn. You accept the blindfold and take the club into your hand. Give me that huge success. Yeah! You bring the club down with a thunderous crack that silences the crowd. As statue splits open, they erupt into a boisterous roar. Coins and sweets flow freely from the huge cavity you created. You survey the spoils and try to scoop them up before anyone else can. Free food. Let's try to gather more. You survey the spoils and try to scoop them up before anyone else can. Failure. Young child shovels the boundaries of the basket and scampers off. Alright, at least there's like no negative onto it.
The roads have become even more deadly since the Empire has come to power, despite their promises of the opposite.
The road ahead is blocked by an overturned carriage and a woman calling for help. Please help, she cries. I've been robbed by a band of thugs. Is there anything you can do? Assist the distressed woman. Oh, alright. Thank you, the woman says, your help from the carriage. Please accept this as a token of my gratitude. A health potion. You thank the woman and continue on your way.
Here we come to the end of the beginning.
Oh, so now you...
Running errands for mages. This will become a theme, I dare say.
So you don't lose like food anymore from like walking on things you've already discovered. That's kind of nice. You arrive at Maya Bridge as the sun begins to dip below the horizon. You find Malaclips perusing a selection of cheeses by the market. If it isn't my good friend, the adventurer, did you bring the gold? Vignes has arranged to meet you at the graveyard. Yes, go to graveyard. You wonder whether the spot was chosen for its seclusion or for easy body disposal. Vignes greets Malaclips with a sly grin. Looked like you turned up after all, with a lackey in tow. We had our doubts, you know. A of greed narcissist? Oh, greed anarchist. Vignes cracks his knuckles and giggles. Well, now Malaclips, convince me. What's to stop me cutting off your head today? You reveal the gold as Malaclips scrounges in your pocket for some too. The heavy satchel of riches lands at Vignes' feet with a thud that echoes through the sound of the cemetery. You lost 35 gold. That's our deal done, Malaclips says, worry obvious in his voice. No need for any further troubles. I'm sorry, Mal, Vignes grins. You should have known the guild was never going to let you pay with cash stolen from our members in the first place. Yeah, alright, time to fight this. Vignes the Crazed. Treacherous and greedy, a dangerous combination. Anarchist throw flaming bombs that cause fire damage. Your armor is no use to his crap. Oh. That crap was quick enough. It seems like it's a bit harder to spam combos compared to like some of the other games in like the genre of combat. I think it's because it doesn't queue up attacks. like in the other Batman-esque games, if you click like attack before your attack is done, it's still gonna attack. But here it seems that it's only if you click attack. It's only if you click attack after the attack is done that you attack again. So if I click twice, I only hit once. So if you click a bit too quickly, it feels like you're sort of just not attacking in the middle of combat. It's a little bit awkward, I have to say. Dead draw. Malaclipsis scratches his... Malaclipsis? Was I supposed to say that? Scratches his chin thoughtfully. It seems you could do with someone savvy to help you navigate these tricky matters of diplomacy. Like maybe killing everyone wasn't the best idea. Come, let us discuss our partnership over an ale or two. What do you mean, it worked?
Well done. You have cleared the first challenge, and now we can move on
Cardinal
to the next.
Blade. Ooh, that Bastion of Purification. That sounds cool. Market Thief, Tart Pigs and Exotic Lies. Fork in the Road and Arm Wrestling. Malaclipsis Problems. The Trickster. The Old Maiden. It's such a cool, like... this game is so cool.
Welcome to my
thematically.
challenges.
Ooh.
Together, we will traverse 22 paths of wisdom and despair in the hope of awakening.
So there's the Fool and the Magician. Companions 1. Oh, what else come in? Companions need. Wait, what? Right, and I can't have a companion. So I can have 1 companion, 5 encounter cards, and 5 equipment cards. So you make like your own deck of encounters to fight in the game. Rescue the missing Empire soldiers from a town plagued with corruption. Prepares to fight corrupted. All right. Lose gold for every Empire killed. So that's a negative. So ideally, I'm not supposed to be able to. Okay, so the companion mechanic is new. Companions, select who will accompany you on your journey. Magic Shields. When activated, Malaclipsis casts a protective spell on you that absorbs a single hit. Regain any wheel gambit, but lose your companion for 3 turns. Oh. Can cast ranged spells that cause magic damage that no enemy defense. Oh, so he's actually in combat. Okay.
All mages are my children. This one, however, I would rather disown.
The card dealer have no chill. Jesus Christ. Right, I want the token ones. So it's unknown what it's gonna do. The Old Maiden, let's do that one. Let's try the arm wrestling again. Fork in the Road. Max Platinum card. I wonder what Platinum card is. And Max Brimstone cards. I think this is definitely... Wasn't there one that was stronger against corrupted enemies? Yeah, let's try the axe. Alright. Alright, let's try. You can also just press triangle to get like a recommended
A casual call to heroism. How many adventures start thus?
a recommended deck.
For 100 years I have thought about nothing but the game. I was defeated. It is true. I became complacent long before then. I thought I knew everything about the game and what it could be. Now you see before you the extent of my research. I have crafted this game anew.
I really like that because it's like, is just like it's just etching on the fourth wall break. But like, because it is like a game, they're sort of using the narrator as a sort of voice from the developer, so I feel that's really cool. Your conversation with the fur trade is interrupted as Malaclips arrives in a flurry. The whispers speak of trouble at the edge of the Empire. The town of Westwind is suffering against the blight. Westwind. Find out more about Westwind. Ask about Empire protection. Small garrison are meant to be protecting the town, but apparently they are all either dead, missing, or drunk. What makes Westwind special? I've traveled far to escape the oppression of the Empire. Westwind gave my freedom, and I intend to return the favor. Westwind sit in the outer edge of the Empire, while the Emperor focuses on the capital. Its nobles and merchants, those at the fringes are neglected. That's enough for now. Head to Westwind. You return to the market and ask if any traders headed to Westwind might need an escort. There are 3 options: a stonemason, a food wagon, and a weaponsmith. Let's go to the weaponsmith. Arrange an uncomfortable ride, jammed in among the many tools of weaponsmith headed far west.
Like a compass, it indicates the truth of all directions.
Fire magical blades in 8 directions when activated. Ooh, and deals more damage to corrupted. Bash causes additional damage to armor. Nice. I assumed like which one you chose would give you a specific like option bonus. Like I guess stonemason would be gold and food car would be food. You arrive at the town of Westwind. To defend this town, you'll need to locate as many Empire soldiers as you can before the blight invades. Oh, nice. Serious soldiers recruited. Carnival strength travels from village to hamlet, searching for the strongest from all over the land. Each vicious you wrestle only one opponent. Each win advances you to greater opponent and greater rewards. In the second round of the competition, you sit opposite the aged frame of Huntley Toothless. You boast about once being a silencer of the Thieves Guilds. What does a skull do? Reroll the second dice. Ah, that's kind of nice, so you can choose which dice to reroll. There we go. Almost instantly. You're lucky, I'm not 20 or 30 years younger, he says, grumbling. I like Salt's list, yeah. That is pretty average in Dead by Daylight, but I'm currently playing another game called Hand of Fate. How are you doing there, man? Having a wonderful evening? You take your reward from the purser on the way out the tavern. When you return, you'll compete in the next round for a larger prize. Alright.
Commerce thrives in even the most unusual of locations.
Shopkeep do not suggest you enter adventure. How's the word out there? Buy equipment or buy food? Defend cause 30% of your weapon damage. I like that. And thanks a lot for the follow, man. I appreciate it. Welcome to the academy.
More ways than one.
I hope I often stream Dead by Daylight in the evening, so I hope you'll have time to stop by at some point. Yes, Bastion Purification.
Well, that may help you on the road ahead.
Leave. How, when? Oh, inventory is this key. Okay. Bastion Purification, Adventurer's Garb. I hope you're having a wonderful evening, though.
Your supplies are running low. Make your choices carefully.
I should have bought food. You arrive at a signpost detailing the possible path east and west.
The Empire reaches too far. The North has gone from a loose collection of tribes to something to truly fear.
Northerners, you ready your weapon?
Let us see if the mage can help you here.
It looks super trippy, this transition. Oh, he actually joined combat. That's kind of nice. Malaclips, a magician, a jester, and a vagabond. When activated, Malaclips casts a protective spell that can block a single hit. Companion ability. Oh, nice.
If nothing else, I'll get a song out of this.
Oh, I should dodge that. These guys are freaking huge, man. No, don't equip. 7 food, yes please. You gain 2 recruits.
Here we begin to see one of the small ways I've changed the game.
Okay.
Each challenge differs both in their rules and their objectives. Even those cards which were once the stairs now vary per challenge, as you will see.
Nice. Before it's just like to go onwards to the next card set, you just had like a boat or a stair or like whatever. There was like no story with it. There was like no option or consequence or whatever. And it seems they added like story per card. The Westwind Tower bell chimes feverishly. The town crier bellows. There's corrupted inside the town. They broke through the sewers and into Louis Lane. Our brave soldiers have gone down there to sort it out. You're right to find Westwind, few remaining soldiers. Huddle at the entrance to Port area, Louis Lane. We cannot let the corruption spread. For the good of the town, we must dispose of anyone who has been tainted, even a little. You join in the fight against the corrupted. So now I have 4 soldiers on my disposal. At my disposal. Prepare for violence in every major direction. That looks so cool, the shield though. That seems like a very convenient attack. Okay. I got hit, but soldiers help you scavenge what you can from this range of poor souls taken by corruption. 6 soldiers. Don't equip. Health potion. Oh, nice.
Your companion has his own story to tell. We must wonder if this is a tale of a hero or a villain.
You arrive at the city markets to meet with Malaclips' associate. You find him sitting on a blanket by the sewer gates. You can't tell whether he's a goblin, a human, or an animate pile of greasy rags. A few wilted daisies and duckweed tied with a rope are flopped on the ground around him. Merc! Malaclips calls to the creature, arms outstretched. I have a favor to ask you, my handsome friend. The greasy goblin man raises a hand to stop the bard's prattle. 10 gold first, you know that. Malaclips looks at you expectantly. Give the goblin man 10 gold. Malaclips steps forward as Merc counts the coin. Merc, old bean, the bard looks furtively around before quickly waving at his shoulder. I require help in removing a certain illness. Merc considers Malekith for a while. That kind of information costs more than a few gold. Or a few coins. You splutter indignantly. I require a test of skill from her. He turns and points at you. Pick a flower and eat it. The greasy florist displays his meager wares. Malekith nods for fair request. Eat the luminous purple flower. Flower has a crispy burnt texture. Is that a 1 or is that... Yeah, it's a 1. Come on. It's probably eaten another flower.
The dice are fair, and thus you have lost this round.
Feel an intense wave of heat emanate from your stomach to your neck and you collapse on the floor. You wait till Malcolm splashing with water. Merc has left and you see him attempting to steal a seed bun. Baker stole. We'll come back later and try again. I thought like if I just ate like a daisy it wouldn't do give the coin because it's too easy or whatever.
Age turns us all. She has done rather better than I in the time that has passed.
Walking through a shady forest, you encounter a frail old maiden. She stops to greet you. For centuries I've helped the mortals who find themselves lost in my forest. Is there anything that might help you in your journey? Ask for supplies. This should sustain you for a few days, she says, squinting at you with tired eyes. Yes, please.
In my day, thieves kept their distance. None would pickpocket a mage for fear of failure. Or worse, success.
The market bazaar is a hive of activity. Traders from across the land call out to passersby to sell their wares. As the sun beats down on the crowded street, you pause briefly to draw water from a fountain. You feel something tug on your inside of your tonic. Turning quickly, you discover a pickpocket making off with some of your belongings. Bad fortune, pain. You jump to your feet and catch a glimpse of the thief as they weave through the crowd. Oh, that's gonna be hard to get right. Crap. The tangled maze of people proves too much for you, and the thieves make their escape.
Now your chance presents itself. At last, stand in the defense of the peasantry. What noble traits you display already.
Search for more recruits. Not see you answer. Adventurer, how's the world out there? Sell equipment.
They place themselves in these dire positions, and then expect a hero to come rescue them when things become too much.
Stranded noble. While patrolling the outskirts of Westwind, you hear the clash of steel and the unmistakable groan of corrupted. Your investigation leads you to a distressed nobleman perched on the roof of his carriage. Thank the gods, I was heading to tea with Duke Gilbert when we were ambushed. My footmen left me here to fight them off, but the brawl has now dispersed into the forest. The noble peers fearful at the tree line. If you stay here and protect me, I can pay. Go after the soldiers. I'd rather help the soldiers than like get the money. You rush into the forest and quickly encounter a squad of Empire soldiers battling the corrupted. Six black creatures, huh. Such a nice transition. Why is there salt in the shield though? That's so overkill. Niall was a wildly inventive craftsman and also quite mad. That explains it. Combat does feel a little bit slow due to the things not stacking. Well, attacks not queuing rather. I wonder when Endless Mode is gonna come. That is so bright. 10 max health. 10 life. You explain the Westwind troubles and the need for soldiers to mount a defense. The prince can fend for himself for now. I doubt even these tainted beasts will want to be around him. 1 recruit.
They got themselves into this mess. I don't see why you should get them
Fight
out.
free them. Let's just get them. Fight to freedom. I remember in the first game there was like these rock golems or something. Those were a massive pain to fight. From the frozen darkness of the far north they come, Northerners can perform the combo attacks. You should post with single-handed weapons to deal extra damage immediately after defend. Oh, that's teleport. I was trying to activate that. I thought it was instant, but it wasn't. That's a little bit awkward. Crap. Like in these situations, a little bit of damage is not too bad, but when you play endless mode and you have like limited health, it gets really nasty. No.
A simple defense. You can do better given time.
And I got some soldiers. Alright, let's go for the last stand.
Another chance to redeem yourself. Let's see how you handle it this time.
Atop Westwind Town Hall is a large bell tower. It used to signal the day's end for the workers in the mines and surrounding fields. But now we'll summon Westwind defenders. Do you wish to summon the soldiers you have recruited? Ring the bell. As the night cloaks Westwind, you can sense the corruption rising from the shadows all around you. You survey any soldiers you've managed to recruit. You've scoured the land and brought together every available Empire soldier to the Defense of Westwind. You must survive till morning, when Imperial reinforcements will arrive. Give rousing speech.
Now you wager for more than mere success and failure. You choose the very stakes themselves.
Crap. What happens if I fail? Ah, fuck. Unmoved by words and remain tense and fearful. Well, at least it's not like they just ran away screaming because I fucked up. Oh, that'll be bad. Oh boy. Terror Westwind. As the final vestiges of humanity are raised, the Terror awakes. Use bash to break the Terror's corrupted armor and defeat it with a finisher before it regenerates.
With all these soldiers, you don't think you
Ow. Oh, that worked. And then regen for its armor. Right. Come on. There we go.
A mighty creature of chaos felled by your power. Does it satisfy you, this bloodshed? Knowing those you destroy were once simple
Oh, I was trying to
peasants
guilt trip you.
going about their day.
Once the corrupted behemoth falls, the rest of the minions flee, their spirits broken. The soldiers erupt in cheers, praising your valor. You can rest until morning, ready to greet the reinforcements with the town already saved. Magician.
The magician returns to the deck, but now we only begin our stories of fate, folly, and magic. Do not think I'm satisfied with this, but at least we have a place to begin.
Man-eating tree, no magic stand. Lost boy, pauper play.
As you play, you will find more options open to you. Should you find yourself blocked or overly challenged, take the time to explore the board. Unlocking cards will give you options you have not yet considered.
It's more open-ended this time, it seems. I feel like this is a good place to start for the first look. I'm quite enjoying it, actually. It feels like the first one, but better. So if you like the first one, I feel this is definitely something that can be thought about being picked up. And yeah, I appreciate you stopping by, and I hope you all had a wonderful evening and enjoyed the video, and I'll see you around.